Welcome back, guys. I'm Mellowseven. This is Football Manager 2018. This is our Journeyman save. We are the coach of the Chinese under-23 national team. We are in the middle of the 23 Asians Cup. It says Cambodia is next, but we're actually going to watch Guam. I was 70 minutes into the Guam match when I realized that it was no longer recording. It stopped at some point. Not sure how or why or what. But yeah, so I'm going to try to do a little magical editing and post-production, so hopefully I don't give away what exactly happens, because I'm not 100% sure that when we go in to review this, how often it's going to give you the score across the top like it used to. So, but let's go ahead and talk about a few changes we've made. I had gone ahead and I had checked the our comparisons here, and we can still do that here. Let's go competitions. Don't look at that. Don't look at that. I hit the wrong thing. We'll look at team report, and we'll go to depth chart. And what we're going to see here is, yeah, not exactly what I was looking for. Comparison. That's what I wanted. I always get comparison and competition mixed up because they become C. That's the extent of it. You'll see here that on technicals, we're spectacular. Mentals, we're spectacular. Physicals, we're really slow. That's essentially it. Acceleration and pace were the worst in the competition. So trying to go with the counter-attacking, over-the-top, kind of pass into space, run underneath it, and do spectacular things isn't going to happen for us. We are the slowest team in the competition. So that's not going to work. So I've gone to tactics, and you can see here we've added some different instructions in here. We've gone control instead of counter. We're one of the better teams. We should do a little bit better. We should be able to play control. I think we're 65th in the world. Which is quite a bit higher ranking than the other teams. Shorter passing, clear ball to flanks, work ball into box, close down more, stay on feet, and lower tempo. So what we're going to do is we're going to play up all those better technicals and mentals, and we're just going to slow the game down because we can't run with anybody. And we'll just be very deliberate in what we do. That's the goal. That's the plan. Now, this is our overall setup at the moment. I think it's a pretty good one. We have a new goalie. I discovered him while doing some scouting, so that was nice. We had a few injuries that we couldn't bring, so we had some players that we had been counting on that weren't able to make the squad this time. We brought in a few other people. We have essentially two big name players. And I don't know, can we see? Let me go to squad here. Interesting. We have had an appearance, right? We just played a game. And people did score goals, and there were assists, and there was average ratings. But this must be from their normal club team, not from their international team. So they don't do us any good here. We may have to rebuild one that shows international. But that's fine, because I don't really want you to see that quite at the moment. But what you'll see here is our two big name players, essentially. We've got Li Yu here, $1.1 million. And down here, we've got an almost $1 million man, Wang Jinxian. He plays on the left or center. Lu can play right or left. We have him on the right now because we're playing Liang Ming on the right or on the left as an inside forward, I believe, because he can play either as well. One of them's inside forward, one's not. But let's take a look here real fast. He plays right, and we've got him on the left. Yeah, so he's playing inside forward for us. Which I like. I like the inside forward. I like adding, having somebody crash in, giving you a few more people in there to deal with, especially teams that are trying to park the bus in front of you. One extra person in there to kind of break them down. But he's got a crossing of 13, which I love, and still a finishing and first touch of 11. He's got a little bit of pace. His long shots are good, which is great. So if he's coming in, he might get a shot from the edge of the box to go in. Concentration is decent. I like that. Leadership is very good as well, and is off the ball. So I really like him. And Wang is decent. Don't get me wrong, corners, crossing, dribbling, all really good. Similar speed and pace. He's got some flair. His first touch isn't as good. His finishing isn't as good. His long shots isn't as good. He does have better heading, and he does have more flair. Those are essentially the two bit, but we trade that leadership for flair. And we've traded essentially heading for finishing and first touch. So I'm comfortable with where we've got people right now. Now, we could run him at a bunch of different positions. We could run him back here as well if we wanted to. But I think we've got a decent squad the way things are. We've got a couple other big name players. We've got Gao back here as our defensive center. He's worth $475. And we've got Zheng Zuyi. He's worth 300,000. So those are kind of the big name players on the team for this year, for this at least competition. So what we're going to try to do is I'm going to try to go in and replay the game. You're going to miss all my original screaming and yelling and swearing. I'm sorry. Like I said, we were 70 minutes in before I realized it had all gone horribly wrong. But I'm going to try to watch a replay of it. I'll cut back in when we're in the game, and I'll try to cover up all the important bits as we need to, okay? Okay, guys. I'm going to cover up. There's a bar across the top, so you don't see all that good stuff, okay? I'm sorry. You don't need to see it yet. I will, in editing, try to add scores and stuff as we go. But we're going to go ahead. We'll watch, say, the key highlights. I really wish we had this whole thing. I'm really gutted that we didn't get that. But let's give it a try here. We'll start the game. Guam is in the red and blue, obviously. We are in the yellow. Liu feeds it into Gao over to Huang. Gets taken away, but Gao managed to hang on to it. Gets it across to Zheng, who just turns and fires. Shoots it past the edge of everybody. Nobody's expecting it. China 1-0 over Guam. 5.5 minutes into the match. Another kickoff. Cristomo back out to Lopez. Lopez to Argon. Kicks it up. Liu manages to get it. Boots it way up to Liang Zuming. This is what we were meaning to do with the last tactic. We got lucky here. Gao's got it. He feeds it across back to Zheng. Zheng steps up, feeds it into Lin. Lin gets in. Liu puts a head on it, and Liang Zuming manages to just put that away with a brilliant first touch strike. And China is up 2-0, 6 minutes and 28 seconds into the match. Corner in for Zheng. Header, bounces back out. Gao runs out. He's going to get to it. Pauses. Somehow Guam does not get that. Yang feeds it into Liu Yu. He puts it away. There we go. 3-0, 16:20 into the match. It is all China so far. Cross in from Zheng Zuyi. Bounces back out. Liang Zuming's got it. He just kicks it in. Karam's off the goalie off a cruise. And we are up 4-0, I think, at this point. 31 minutes in. Gao gets another one. We're up 5-1. We are just crushing Guam at this point. Just absolutely crushing them. Cruz feeds this one out on the goal kick. Upinko, my favorite name of the match. Up to Rosella. Out to Serpur. I just screwed that up. Serpur, maybe? Rosella. He feeds it up to Allen. Allen to Tegu. But to Tegu's hard. Allen gets the goal. They are in this finally. They got something. 5-1. China over Guam. Throw in for Wen. Ends up with Lin. He gets it in. Liang Zuming gets it. Bounces back to Gao, who fires it in. Another Karam off of Cruz. Bounces it in on the right side. And that is, I believe, 6-1 for China. Here we go. Huang Zhengyu up to Wen. Misplay that one a little bit. Lopez got it. Not quite sure what's going on. Cristomo up to Loggers up to Upinko. Feeds it all the way forward. Gao's there. He manages to feed it back over to Peng. We decide to play out the defense a little bit here rather than go over the top. This is more what we had in mind rather than that first big strike. Lin Yang Ming's got it. Feeds it out to Gao. Liu Yu hangs on to it. Little pause. Gets it back across the middle out to Zheng. Zheng sits on it. Way back out to Wen. Back over to the right side. Back into the middle. Out over to Liu Mi. Liang tried to get it, was unable to, but it bounces out to Lin Liang Ming, and he fires it away. That, I believe, is 7-1 China. Now, we've begun to make some subs in here. We did put in Wang, our big, $975,000 man. I believe we also replaced, I think Kong got put in at that point, and we replaced one of our defensive players as well. There's Zheng. We've got him in there now. Or maybe he was already in there. I don't remember. Put that one a little bit wide, bounces it in after the net. Paxtian almost gets it, gets a head on it, but it just kind of dribbles down. He doesn't get anything on it. Peng's able to come out and grab it. Out to Gao. Gao feeds it up to Wang. Out to Wang. Yeah, Wang's out there on the left now. He's who we brought in. Our $975,000 man. Out to Wen. Misplayed it a little bit, but Wen manages to keep it in. Up to Kong. Kong, beautiful shot into Liu Yu. There we go. That's why he's the big man on campus right there. That's why he's our highest valued player. And that is 8-1 China over Guam. And the rest of this is just the game ending. It's just a death rattle. Nothing else happens from here. Okada feeds it up. There's nobody there. Lee Xiaoming, I think he's the defenseman we brought in as a sub, comes back in. Kong Zhen feeds it over back out to Wang. And like I say, this is just us making a couple extra attempts to run up the score. The team played beautifully. There was no let off. We got very little kind of taking things for granted. People stayed confident, but that was about it. So I was real happy with both the mental state of the team, but obviously also with the final result of 8-1. That was spectacular. I don't know that I've ever had a score that high or a 7-goal win over another team in Football Manager before. So for our first competitive international match, man, over the moon for this. Like I say, I wish you could have seen the first one. I was just about falling out of my chair. I was jumping up and down so much. I was so excited. So this is the new kind of watch game highlight deal, and you can see it has changed a little bit. They do, and I will get rid of the top bracket there. They do show you this the whole time, so there's no way to kind of hide the final score when you watch this. It was a little bit unintuitive. It takes you to this review bit initially, and it doesn't actually say play up there. It says pause like it's already played. You have to go to field, and from there you can go ahead and click one of these and go on for what you want. And then, of course, we can take a look at the analysis here. Action zones. We played brilliantly. We were a little bit more attacky on the right, but our goal is to go up on the wings, I think, and that worked really well. I was really happy with the way things have worked. Alan Tategu was their best performer, and he did play very well for just not a very good side. And then on our side, it was Liu Yu, 2 goals, 9.5. Let's see, how the heck do we get out of here now? Do we hit that maybe? There we go. So there's that. We can check our inbox, and you can see China PR, People's Republic under 23, stroll to success, just crushed Guam. Classy Liu Yu, stellar for China under 23s. 2 goals and assist, a 9.5 rating. Ran almost 9 miles. 4 dribbles. China under 23s record biggest win ever. There we go. Setting records right away. Really happy with that. And blitz record for goals in a match as well. So 8-1, 9 goals total. That's the match. And I looked down to make sure we're still recording, and we are. So we will come back with the next match of the season, the competition, which will be Cambodia in about 3 days. So I will see you then. Cheers.